Hello everyone, TheSkilledRoy here, back with another Legends of Runeterra video. Now, Legends of Runeterra is obviously a game based on the famous game League of Legends. League of Legends is a MOBA, and of course that means characters have a wide variety of abilities, and unless they wanted every champion to look like a Yu-Gi-Oh card, they needed to be specific and selective with which abilities they brought from League of Legends to Legends of Runeterra. Now, who am I going to be covering today? Well, you guys loved the Darius coverage I did last time, so I decided to go with another champion from the Foundation set. She's been the face of multiple elements of our game, from TFT to Project L to even Riot's first animated venture, and I think it's undeniable that Jinx is one of the biggest and most popular characters in League of Legends. So follow me as we look into how they brought her incredibly loud and outgoing personality from League into Runeterra. So firstly, it's important to know a character. So, who is Jinx? Well, she's described as a manic and impulsive criminal from Zaun. Jinx loves to wreak havoc without a single care for the consequences. With an arsenal of deadly weapons, she unleashes the loudest and brightest explosions to leave a trail of mayhem and panic in her wake. Jinx despises boredom and gleefully brings her own chaotic brand of pandemonium wherever she goes. This pandemonium and chaotic streak of hers is represented plenty in both games. Firstly, let's talk about her in League of Legends. In League of Legends, Jinx is a high damage ranged marksman who succeeds in dealing damage through a rocket launcher, a minigun, a lightning gun, multiple grenades with teeth, and of course the infamous super mega death rocket. Surprisingly, not all of these elements are yet in Legends of Runeterra, but let's talk about what is. Jinx as a card is a simple 4 mana 4/3 with quick attack. This is obviously a pretty simple card from its onset, but we can see a pretty simple choice here. Quick attack on cards tends to symbolize high speed or high range on characters, and Jinx is definitely both. Her rocket launcher Fishbones has a huge range advantage over much of the cast in League of Legends, and Pow-Pow, her machine gun, has an insanely high attack speed. Either of these are good reasons for why she has quick attack. But interestingly enough, Jinx's level up condition does not have to do with dealing damage or attacking, but rather asks you to have no cards in hand. This is absolutely perfect for Jinx. Jinx is not someone who is methodical. She's impulsive, aggressive, short-sighted even. Jinx asks you, the player, to play her cards in such a way that you too are taking on those very same traits. She wants you to go as hard as possible and drop all the cards from your hand. Only by matching her impulsiveness and aggression are you going to be rewarded with Jinx's level up. And damn, what a powerful level up it is. From this moment on, as long as Jinx is on the board, you are going to draw an additional card per turn. This is a symbolic way to show off her inventive nature. You see, Jinx's best creations and ideas came from moments of desperation, when she seemed that she was almost out of options. Her ingenuity is purely focused on chaos, and when your back is to the wall and you have no cards, she's quick to try anything and everything to win. And that's why you get an extra card more than your opponent every turn. But once you run out of cards again, Jinx breaks out all the stops and pulls out her signature weapon, her ultimate from League of Legends, the Super Mega Death Rocket. In League of Legends, this is an extremely high damage spell that flies anywhere on the map to its target. Enemies around that target then take reduced damage. Now in Legends of Runeterra, the Super Mega Death Rocket does 4 damage to the enemy nexus, and then does a small amount of damage to all the enemy units. This actually makes a lot of sense for Jinx. She is predominantly a Vandal, someone who destroys buildings and places. Her rocket firing at the nexus, which is of course the most important structure for your opponent, seems perfectly on brand. Especially if you're rocking that Arcane skin for the end of Season 1 recreation. But hey, that's just her hallmark ability. There's a lot more going on here. If you look at the level up animation itself, we get another evidence towards her character. When she levels up, she actually vandalizes the board, signing off with her name in a crazy graffiti style. This vandalism and painting of the board is actually another part of her character, as when she was released in League of Legends, she vandalized the League of Legends website, including the page for her sister, Vi. But outside of her actual champion card, there's even more throughout Legends of Runeterra that showcases her character. Let's take a look at the exclusive Path of Champions card, Pow-Pow. Pow-Pow is a 2-mana burst speed deal 3 damage spell. This spell is extremely powerful as burst damage is often something way too powerful for PvP gameplay, but a good amount of thought was put into this card as well. You see, Pow-Pow is one half of her Q ability in League of Legends. It equips her with a Gatling gun that quickly amps up her attack speed, dramatically increasing it as it continuously fires. Its maximum attack speed is symbolized here, with it dealing damage at the fastest speed in the game, which is of course burst. Speaking of dealing 3 damage, we have another important card for Jinx, but interestingly not one that's part of her kit. Get excited. This spell, named after her passive from League of Legends, deals 3 damage and also requires you to additionally discard a card. The original art of this card showcases something actually from the first big music video for a champion, Get Jinxed. This wind-up monkey is showcased at the beginning and the end of the music video, implied to be one of Jinx's many zany creations. But we get another cute reference to it in the music video for Enemy, which is the opening to the hit TV series based on League of Legends, Arcane. But of course, the big thing that this draws attention to is the famous monkey bomb that finishes off the first part of the Arcane series. If you somehow haven't watched it yet, please do, as I don't really want to spoil too much, but let's just say that the discard 1 cost hits a lot harder when you realize what that sacrifice is meant to be. Finally, one last thing I really enjoyed from Legends of Runeterra is how we see a bit more of the people in Jinx's life. We have the Funsmith, Amy, who apparently helps Jinx with inventing new and awesome weapons, as well as the Boom Baboon, who was apparently a supplier for Jinx before she exploded him out of a window. He in particular, though, creates Flame Chompers, another piece from Jinx's kit in League of Legends. Instead of it being a spell, however, Flame Chompers has been symbolized as units. You see, in League of Legends, Jinx spawns 3 of these chompers at a time, which have them sit around briefly, and if someone steps on them, they jump up and latch on, dealing minor damage and rooting the enemy in place. This disabling effect was not represented in Legends of Runeterra with a stun, as it's not typically something that Piltover and Zaun get, but rather it was showcased with Challenger, as they effectively disable a unit from blocking Jinx as they get trapped by the chomper. Sadly, the only spell from Jinx's kit that is currently missing at the time of this recording is Zap. Zap is a single-shot lightning pistol that has a small windup to deal a good amount of damage and deal a slow. So I guess the question is, what do you guys think Zap should do when it comes to Legends of Runeterra? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll be sure to tell you if it's broken or not. Anyways, that's all for me. Thank you so much everyone for watching, and also thank you to everyone who gave a lot of great feedback to the Darius video, as it let me know that you guys wanted to see more content like this. And in that vein, please let me know what type of champion you want me to cover next. Otherwise though, I will see you all next time. Peace out.